Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestling and to another edition of AEW Collision Out of 10. It's an extended edition of Collision or AEW on this Saturday night because we've got Battle of the Belts coming up as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. And we started things off with Orange Cassidy against Johnny TV. Cassidy's music kicked off the show. They spent a long time tormenting each other. Cassidy did his usual hands in pocket stick to get under Johnny's thing. This it was quite a slow pace actually for the first 10. It never felt like there was going to be a sense of urgency to do anything if they did so. So it's hard to get invested in the outcome. The final couple of minutes picked up and OT scored the win with a beach break. Willow Nightingale made the save when Johnny and Ty Valkyrie attacked OC. And yeah, it gets a 6 out of 10 for me. I thought, it was a pretty decent start to the show. Nothing really special from this match, but I thought kind of did the job. There was a lot going on, enough to keep us interested. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, pretty decent stuff. Moving on then to BCC versus Brian Cage and Lee Moriarty versus Top Flight. Claudio and Wheeler Yuta took on Top Flight, Lee Moriarty and Brian Cage in a triple threat tag match. The tapes took place just 24 hours after Moriarty defeated Yuta, of course, for the RH title at Death Before Dishonor. So they wanted to start their match for their teams. Shane Taylor Promotions also had some issues with Top Flight, so all three teams were entangled in feuds one way or another. This match had 2 powerhouses, 2 technicians and 2 high flyers, so we were treated to a little bit of everything. Yuta got the pin on Darius with a nice pinning confirmation to end a solid match. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Good stuff. I thought, probably the right winner, and of course I'm kind of intrigued, like the intriguing intertwining storyline. So yeah, good stuff, 7 out of 10. Before it's time for Hologram against the Beast Mortos. Mortos defeated Commander at Death Before Dishonor on Friday, so he was hoping to keep momentum here. AEW's newest stars gave up a lot of size, so he quickly found himself as the underdog. The crowd was behind him and chanted Lucha Lucha as he hit a few quick moves. This was a fun, high energy match that showed off the skills of the 2 talented luchadors, but it wasn't without a few close botches. Even with a few minor mistakes, the crowd were fully invested in cheering for every spot. Both men contributed to a good performance, but only one could have had his hands raised as a winner. Hologram was finally able to keep Mortos down for a 3 count to emerge as the victor. So yeah, it gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I thought, a really good match between 2 overstars. Hologram building momentum. I thought, on the whole, just a fun match. Thunder Rosa then took on Maya World. One of the Athena's students, World, made her debut. Unfortunately, she didn't get a televised entrance. World had a slight power advantage, but Rosa experience kind of rendered it as null. She took control early and kept the rookie on her toes with some takedowns. It wasn't a squash, but it was pretty close to a squash, with Rosa still picking up a quick win with a camel clutch. It was short, but in the end, I guess it achieved its goal. And, it's good to see World on TV nonetheless, and I'm kind of intrigued to see what she's got to do in the future. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and it'd be intriguing to see where Rossa goes next. Is that Palazzo storyline done? Who knows? Before it's time for the conglomeration against the Premier athletes, Nice, Woods and Davari took on Briscoe, Ishii and O'Reilly in a trios match. Mark Sterling and his clients gave a pre-match mocking Ishii's physique, only served to make the Stone Pitbull angrier. Both teams were tagging in and out regularly, so we got to see just about every combination of opponents. This was a serviceable, predictable bout because nobody expected the Premier athletes to win due to how they were booked. KR, Ishii and the Chicken picked up a slightly competitive but ultimately relatively easy victory. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I think we kind of always knew this was going to be the outcome, so it wasn't a massive surprise, but I thought, intriguing to see all these as a team together, and I thought, it worked quite nicely in different ways, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Before it's time for FTR against MXM, but before that we got Lance Archer squash. That's all I need to say. But after a successful ROH debut, we saw MXM looking for a weak performance this week on Collision. Unfortunately for them, Dax and Cash were their opponents. Mansoor and Harwood had started for their teams. They had a nice little exchange, but Mansoor's posing as a premature celebration after one successful move allowed Harwood to take control. They had a good amount of time to work and put on much better than we saw MXM have on Friday. The crowd was cheering for both teams, but MXM definitely worked the heel in this role. FTR ended up winning, but Mansoor and Madden earned no respect. Even in a loss, MXM made a good first impression. I think, there's definitely more to come from them, so intrigued to see where it goes. 7 out of 10. This week's main event saw Roosh take on Pac. Neither of these men is used to fighting guys around the same height, so it was an interesting combination. Pac still had a power advantage, so he took care of Roosh during the high-flying moments. These guys were clearly having a lot of fun working against someone who could match their own speed and agility, so he got some fun and great spots. Pac won with a brutalizer and kept on for a few seconds longer, just really to prove a point more than anything. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I thought A pretty decent match. Pat getting a win was the right move, and yeah, I think these two mesh well together, and I'd definitely like to see them kind of throw it back at some point or another, because yeah, I thought it was an intriguing match. Before it was time for Toni Storm taking on Taya Valkyrie. Taya Valkyrie got a chance to earn a future title shot, taking on Storm in an elimination match. The women's champion was aggressive and sent her opponent out of the ring, but Valkyrie sent her into steel steps and hit a violent running knee to the head. They battled through a break. And both competitors put on a decent performance. Neither of these is afraid to have some bruises or whatever, so they weren't holding back. Valkyrie unleashed some especially hard hits, but one Storm Zero put her down for the pin. The champion grabbed a mic and delivered an angry promo. She said Mariah May was perfect and always better than Toni was, but she made the mistake of not fishing Storm when she had the chance to. I thought this was really good. Two of the best women performances in AEW. Yeah, I thought it was a fun match, and obviously continuing that story of both as well. So yeah, on the whole, I thought it was decent and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Next up, we saw the CMLL Women's title on the line as Willow Nightingale put her recently won title on the line against Deonna Purrazzo. So the two have fought many times on the indies, but never on TV like this. Both of these competitors are powerful and hard hitting, so they delivered a physical contest that felt hard fought. There was no soft contact hit in this one. It was always doubtful that CMLL would allow a title change on a random Battle of the Belts episode, but they did a great job making it feel competitive. Valkyrie showed up with a loose turnbuckle in her hand and tried to hand it to Deonna right in review of the ref like an amateur. Rossa ran down to attack her, giving Willow the chance to hit a pounce and a babe with a powerbomb for the win. So yeah, I got a 6 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a decent match. Lots of good near falls in this, an intriguing storyline going forward with the two of them by looks of it as well. So yeah, good stuff. Moving on then to the Undisputed Kingdom versus Dustin Rhodes and Von Erichs. After Jay White's injury forced the Bang Bang Gang to vacate all of its titles, the ROH 6-man belts were separated from the AEW trios. To be honest, I wish they kind of just kept them together. I don't think there's really a need for two of them. Rhodes, Marshall and Ross Von Erich won the right to face Taven Bennett and Strong for the titles. The Von Erichs are still new to AEW, but growing up around the business has allowed them to progress at a quick rate. With a Lord of veteran like Rhodes as their partner and 3 talented opponents, it was always guaranteed to be entertaining. Shibata came out and helped Von Erich prevent the Undisputed Kingdom from cheating and cleared the way for Rhodes to score the pin and win the team for his title. The crowd tossed steamers into the ring to help the new ROH 6-man champ celebrate. And yeah, I wish they kept the titles separated, but this was a really good moment. A lovely moment for the Von Erichs, with obviously all of their history. Dustin Rhodes helped them carry it like an expert. I thought they did a really credible job considering the inexperience of some parts, and yeah, definitely intrigued to see how their reign will go. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, AEW Collision gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, this was a really good episode of Collision and Battle of the Belts. I thought, a feel-good ending at the end of the Battle of the Belts show, and I thought, yeah, also some really decent matches on the Collision portion as well. So yeah, on the whole, a fun 3 hours of the Graps. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.